I could calculate the motion of heavenly bodies, but not the madness of people. Gravity explains the motions of the planets, but it cannot explain who sets the planets in motion. He who thinks half-heartedly will not believe in God, but he who really thinks has to believe in God. We build too many walls and not enough bridges. Tact is the art of making a point without making an enemy. I was like a boy playing on the seashore, and diverting myself now and then finding a smoother pebble or a prettier shell than ordinary, whilst the great ocean of truth lay all undiscovered before me. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. To me there has never been a higher source of earthly honor or distinction than that connected with advances in science. In the absence of any other proof, the thumb alone would convince me of God's existence. What we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean. Plato is my friend, Aristotle is my friend, but my greatest friend is truth. It seems probable to me that God, in the beginning, formed matter in solid, massy, hard, impenetrable, movable particles. Don't doubt the Creator, because it is inconceivable that accidents alone could be the controller of this universe. Inherent force of matter is the power of resisting by which everybody, so far as it is able, perseveres in its state, either of resting or of moving uniformly straight forward. Errors are not in the art, but in the artificers. A man may imagine things that are false, but he could only understand things that are true. For if the things be false, the apprehension of them is not understanding. No great discovery was ever made without a bold guess. Truth is ever to be found in simplicity, and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. Nature is pleased with simplicity. God created everything by number, weight and measure. The moon gravitates towards the earth, and by the force of gravity is continually drawn off from a rectilinear motion and retained in its orbit. The best and safest method of philosophizing seems to be first to inquire diligently into the properties of things, and establishing those properties by experiments, and then to proceed more slowly to hypotheses for the explanation of them. Atheism is so senseless. When I look at the solar system, I see the Earth at the right distance from the Sun to receive the proper amounts of heat and light. The proper method for inquiring after the properties of things is to deduce them from experiments. An object that is at rest will tend to remain at rest. An object that is in motion will tend to remain in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. My powers are ordinary. Only my application brings me success. I believe the more I study science, the more I believe in God, whence arises all that order and beauty we see in the world. About the times of the end, a body of men will be raised up or will turn their attention to the prophecies and insist upon their literal interpretation in the midst of much clamor and opposition.